All right, all right, all right. What's Melbatros packing here? Well, Melbatros is packing the old freaking Laser Wolf chart, the distribution level chart, and the volatility range estimator chart. That's what Melbatros is packing. That's what I like about those low time frames. I get older and they stay the same time. Oh yeah, it's Dazed and Confused Day with Alpha Trading. It's okay. Some of you are dazed, some of you are confused. Some of you are dazed and confused. It's okay though. We're here to help. We're here to help you with that problem. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Let's take a pop over here onto our probability chart with our projection bosses and our current candle Laplace and normal distribution levels. Let's see here real quick. First, let's turn off the projection bosses. Let's take a peek here. Let's scale this up a little bit so we get a good read. And since we do have a new week, I will be popping on to the weekly to get some new reads. Obviously, we can see exactly what's going on here, right, on the daily. What did Bitcoin do? Bitcoin opened up the day. Now, and any of you guys that were in the little bonus stream we had yesterday, Bitcoin did exactly what I said it was going to do. I mean, to the T. Worked out like a charm. Even a little short after it hit the top side up there around 62. It actually hit the 68.3 Laplace distribution level, right? Up there, about 62.859 actually. 62.780 was the high. But you can see right here, Bitcoin opens up today, runs up to the 68.3 Laplace distribution range. That's the yellow dot. Pulled back, almost came down to the first standard deviation, normal distribution. Did Bilbo have orders stacked down there? Of course he did, yeah, but Bilbo got front run. I was at 59.8. Price action got down to 59.865. It's okay. Have I chased it all today? No, not at all. When I get into the charts, we might see it move down there by the end of the day. To be honest, we might see this thing come down and really test that first standard deviation. Right? We might just like the previous day. See the blue dot right there? Look at the wick to the dollar. All right, that was a great trade. Was I in on that? Yep, 100%. As a volatility trader, when Bitcoin is in beast mode, which if you didn't know, Bitcoin's in beast mode. So when Bitcoin is in beast mode, you want to focus a lot of attention on that macro trend, right? In deviation levels, on projection boss deviation levels at the end of the projections, right? It's really going to give you a good idea where these algos are going to push these data sets to. And we did have a big daily range today, bigger than the previous day. So we are ranging, right? We haven't had really any big moves at all. Am I on the index? I am on the index. Let's bump up onto the weekly. Let's get some of these levels for this week. Look at that beautiful little chart right there. Look at these weeklies. Woohoo! Woo. Good stuff. It's all right. We close this weekly candle. This, if you didn't know, right? Everybody's like, oh, all-time high was at 65. Yeah! That's not where the candles closed, though, right? We just closed a weekly candle, 65.5, almost $61,600. That's the highest candle close Bitcoin's ever had. So what's going to happen this week? You can see on this pullback, right? When we opened up, the bias was to the downside. The bottom side of the 68.3 on the weekly is right there. We shot through. Now it's pulled back up inside. Where's the 68.3 on the weekly? 65,442, actually $65,540. That will be, is that a new all-time high? It is by about a few $100s. So first standard deviation on the weeklies at $68,517. Second standard deviation, normal distribution on the weekly, $76,059. 95.4% Laplace distribution range on this weekly is $76,661. Do we move up into this 95.4% range this week? We gotta pay attention to the volatility. The macro trend is to the top side. There's a lot of bullishness in Bitcoin right now. But at the same time, could we get a pullback? Always, right? This is Bitcoin. It loves to shake people out. But you can see the first standard deviation, normal distributions down here at 55.6. Do I think Bitcoin's going to pull back that far? I really don't, considering the way the weekly, but it always could. So you got to just pay attention, right? And at that point, you might even get a wick down to do a backfill, and that's at freaking 54.750. So yet to be seen. But considering we're up above where all these candle closes were right now, I mean, that's pretty powerful. That's pretty powerful. Do I trade data sets? Do I use this as support and resistance? No. I'm pointing out, I'm making a point that this was the highest candle close on the weekly chart that Bitcoin has ever had. Very powerful indeed. So that's very interesting what's going on. It'll be interesting at the end of the month there too. We'll get some new monthly distribution levels. Let's take a peek right now what's going on. Oh, beautiful. So you can see, like, we opened up this monthly below the 68.3 Laplace distribution range, right? Pulled back just a little bit at the beginning of the month and then started pumping. Why? Well, 68.3% of the time, you're going to find the Bitcoin data set in this range right here. Guys and gals, wolves and she-wolves, we are above the first standard deviation right now. Normal distribution on the monthly. That was at 58,000. That is right about 59K, right? That's right at about 59K. And if you remember the previous day, what did we get down to? Like 59,075 or something? It bounced right off of that monthly first standard deviation to top side. That's very bullish. So this month, second standard deviation's at 73,192. That's a little shy of the 2SD on this weekly. So I'm thinking it definitely has a chance to work its way up here. I'm telling you right now, right? We just like we just did the weekly. If we close this monthly candle, look at these closes, right? We're talking about 58,772 was the close of this bullish candle right here. You close above that, you're going to have on the monthly and the weekly biggest candle closes in Bitcoin history. So I am looking for a push to the top side, all right, by the end of this month. We could have a massive second half of October, November, December. These algos could push Bitcoin big time. Really could. You know what? Let's take a peek here. I don't think we're going to get them just because of history, right? Got to have some history. We actually do have a quarterly read. Okay, so we're in the last quarter of 2021, right? Let's see, where are we now? Laplace distribution is not populating, just normal distribution. You can see we opened up. The bias was to the downside. Bitcoin's bullish as hell, right? Look at the first standard deviation on the quarterly, 82,772. Second standard deviation by the end of the year, 134,189. Third standard deviation, $217,780. Okay, that's on the quarterly chart. If you look at the chart I posted up in general, I showed you a projection from when Bitcoin was running up from $230, September 2015. How the 20K high rejected off the second standard deviation normal distribution, had a pullback. That's all I call these things. Screw bear markets, right? Go eat some honey bears. It's like, of course, you get an asset run from $230 to 20K, you're going to have a pullback, especially in Bitcoin land, right? So where did it bounce from? It bounced from the top side of the first standard deviation on that projection, then ran up to 14K, got up about right in the middle of the first and second, or the first and second standard deviation. Then we had the pullback to 3.8K. Where did that bounce from? It bounced from the top side of the first standard deviation. And now we are where we are. And if you look at that post that I made, look at that price of Bitcoin. It was around 260K. If Bitcoin makes a run on that projection to the 90 or to the second standard deviation, Bitcoin's sitting at 260K, right? Then you go up here on the quarterly and you look at the third standard deviation, you're talking 217K. What's the fourth? 353. So, I mean, this is all doable. This is all doable for sure. Bitcoin does what Bitcoin does, right? And when it moves, it's going to move fast. That's what people need to realize, right? That's what people need to realize. 100%. And look at this daily. I mean, this daily candle right now, this is Doji Central, right? What's this telling you? Total indecision. Total indecision. So let's go over here. Let me pop this on the index real quick. Let's go to the daily chart. So what are we seeing right here, right? Why has the volatility? These three indicators right here are creating all these candles. These indicators create these candles. It's not like these candles are just creating everything else. This is where people get confused. Oh, well, we're having indecision. You know, that's what the candle's telling us. No, that's what the volatility is telling you. The volatility is creating the candles, and this thing is a doji. It's telling you that there is a massive indecision, right? You have got contraction positively correlated on the low-length AVR. That's telling you price action's walking down. The 981 is expanding positively correlating. Says price action's going up. And then you got positive correlation, or actually it's flat. So if this wasn't flat, it is positively correlated, but the CC's flat and it's contracting. That's telling you a mild little walk down. This is why we're getting this doji candle, right? You've got a strong walk down here on the low length. You've got expansion and positively correlation saying a move to the upside, and then pretty much flat on the 2400. So there you go, Scary. I heard it took you a while to figure out what that was set at. If you would have just waited till today, I could have told you. But yeah, it's all good. Let's see here. Look at the daily though, man. This R squared is still climbing on the daily, but it's telling you that it's starting to decrease, right? Starting to decrease. And on the daily, we've got the returns oscillator below the zero mean, right? So from here to back there, I mean, we've got some bear div building. Let's see here. But if you go from this point right here to where this data, if the returns oscillator turns up, this could have been the pullback on that bear div, right? Because look what the returns oscillator is telling you. That's part of the Wolfsbane here. Look at the histogram, right? Pink means the correlation between what you're seeing on the returns oscillator and price action is decreasing. It's not increasing, telling you that the likelihood of this bear div being really, really intense is not going to be there. It's not going to be there. And that it's more highly likely that the hidden bull, that this is going to turn up, right? And then we're going to have some hidden bull playing out. So yeah, we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. And everything just looks healthy. Everything just looks healthy in my opinion, right? I mean, you got the Z-score, bear div, right? You got the DLP, bear div. I'm telling you right now, all we need is volatility to come in, right? Send a daily DLP candle up here. Get the returns oscillator turning back up. So we'll have to find out. But right now, look at the variance, right? Look at the variance. It's coming down negatively correlated. That's why you're seeing these bull wicks too on the bottom here. So beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And we did just have the weekly. Let's look at the weekly chart now. Okay. So we had this hidden bull, right? Continuation divergence. Oh, come on. Let's move that to the front. There we go. Now we can see it. So we had this hidden bull div, right? Boom. Lower low on the returns oscillator, higher low on the price action. So we got a continuation of this move, right? Boom, boom, boom. But now on the daily, right? The returns oscillator's has turned down. Can't stress this enough. Okay, the returns oscillator turned down, right? Look at the histogram. Pink, right? Pretty much telling you. So from, let's see, where's that data set? And here's the whole thing. It was like pretty much this little layover right here, the returns oscillator going down, that's really not the top of a data set, right? Here's the top. See this little shift right here? Here's the top of the data set. So here's the top, right? Boom, boom. Higher highs, higher high. So there really is no bear div. This is what you got to look at in the returns oscillator as well. And this is what, there's no smoothing. So you can take this for, you know, what you're seeing. So pretty much, but you gotta remember, returns are going to make the move first, right? Returns will make the move first. And then the price action at some point will follow. And we had this little pullback right here. And look where it started going back up, right at the bottom, right where this hidden bull printed. So from what I'm seeing on this Wolfsbane, everything's still good. Especially we are still having an outlier on the variance, and it's positively correlated. Yep. And also, since I know a lot of our super fans are out there, they're bored shitless now because they got nothing to do because they're banned from TradingView. So learn, man. Right? Tune up a little bit of an alpha trading vid and learn how to trade, you guys. Yeah, let's do that. All right, let's see here. Let me get rid of all them pretty little freaking drawings. So yeah, daily, and look at the DLP. All right, the DLP, we got another day or another weekly candle. You want to see this because this, what is this? This is log returns weighted with deviation. Look at this the first standard error band is crossing up the zero threshold. Right? When that happens, you're going to probably see this thing push. Well, you know that now we just got to play this by ear, though. Got to play this by ear. Let's actually, let me see here. When do we get this 3-day? Today. So we get a new 3-day candle today. And again, look at the returns oscillator right here. Boom, boom. Right at this point right here, it's telling you don't take this downside trade. Did that play out? Yeah, it went up big time. But I'll tell you what, you see a bounce here on this 3-day up to this top side. That's pretty damn powerful because what's that going to do? I was talking about this yesterday. You're going to have hidden bull divergence from right here, right? Boom, boom. And so you'll get some more continuation from that move. All right, let's see here. And that we do get that new candle. I like the way these standard error bands look. I mean, they are heading up. Let's see what happens at the close of the day. Let's see what the new 3-day candle looks like, right? Is it going to be light blue? Is it going to be dark blue? Let's just see. Is what the variance though? Look at the variance still heading down, negatively correlated. Z-score still heading up, right? So this is how you use this all together. So you're seeing the returns come down, right? And if you're just trading that and you're not understanding about the histogram, that's the R squared between returns and price action. Look how low it is, right? Now what happens? You get a bounce here, and you get a blue histogram, right? Not only is it hidden bull, the variance is still coming down negatively correlated. The Z-score is going up. Everything's saying top side, go up. So these are the types of things you need to pay attention to on these high time frames for trend. Like I said earlier, you want to focus on trend and deviation levels. If you're just scalping low time frames, that's fine. Take your profit fast. I mean, you guys, why do I say that? Look, you understand? This was a no-brainer. So when we charged up here yesterday, bam, 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 we went up right when we tested this 68.3 to the top side. What was that, about 7:30 my time? We had this action going on. When we got this big pump candle right here, and it came or when we opened up this new candle right here and it pumped up and rejected, I entered my short at about 62.5, I think. Yeah, almost right at the top there. 62.5. I went to bed, had a great sleep.
I just set an alert so I would know when my short take profit got hit. And it did at 3 o'clock in the morning. Right about, actually, let me switch this. Yep, there it was right here. My take profit was right here at the top of the weekly range. Right? So that was a nice little move. Made some money while I was sleeping. And then at the same time, but you got that sleepy head, and I was like, oh, should I get in along now? And I was like, go back to sleep, idiot. I just shut the laptop, went back to bed. I put orders down here. at the first standard deviation, right? I front ran it. Where did I front run it. I went up here. You see where the daily S1 on the price action volatility range is, 59,789? I front ran that by about $11. I put my order in it, 59.8. I thought that would be plenty good front running this 1SD in the center of the weekly range. Well, they had another plan for me, obviously, and I didn't get in the trade. But that thing ripped up 2K in an hour. So that would have been a great trade right there if you were paying attention. Now we're just sitting here right on top at the bottom side of the 68.3. Weekly range has been tested well, as a matter of fact. Here's my deal though. When we just had this run up back here up over 60K, a lot of shorts got wrecked, right? And right now there's not, the shorts are falling off the table. In my opinion, it's a great sign that, okay, a lot of shorts fell off. So now we can run this to the downside a little bit and knock the shit out of the longs now. And there's not going to be a lot of people in shorts that are going to make money. This is what they're all about. Hey, they're greedy son of a bitches. They want to make all the money. So they try to make these moves when you least expect it. And it would be lovely if this thing did a late day run down here, right? I mean, I would be very pleased. And then shoot back up, right, by the end of the day, because this new daily range is going to move up. I mean, hell, right now, the bottom side's probably 61.7. You're going to see the center of the daily range up in this area, sit right around 62K, the new daily range. So this thing's going to move up tremendously. You know how great it would be? We get a run down here real fast, and then this thing crawls back up in the last couple hours and gets back up above that daily range, uses it as a bounce point and rockets up. Who knows? What could happen though. Price is just sitting here right now, right? We're going to get the new daily range. At the beginning of the day, price action will run up, reject off that daily range, use that as a point to go get these over leveraged longs and come down to the new daily 1SD, right? So this is pretty much, that's the two scenarios that could possibly happen, in my opinion. Either we're just going to flutter around this 4 hour in between the 68.3 on this 4 hour of Laplace distribution, that little white line. This kind of makes more sense to me. I would love to see it though. If you see a couple 15-minute candles close below the 68.3, go with option one that this thing, we're probably going to get a nice dip maybe here in the next hour or two, come down here, bounce off the 1SD, and then make its way back up. So we'll see what happens. Be great. What would be really great if it came down and did that and still closed below the daily range, and use that again as a rejection to come down and test the new daily 1SD. I mean, it's just like, it's very, the market has been very easy for me to read these last freaking probably a week now. It's been really easy to read by understanding this chart specifically, understanding the macro trend and understanding these deviation levels and these price action volatility ranges, right? Big time. But still, it's like if I've posted my volume before, and you'll see that my maker volume, about 98% of my trades are maker volume. If you don't know what that is, that means it's limit orders, right? So what does that mean? That means I'm getting good entries and exits. I know exactly where to put them so they get hit. I'm not marketing into anything, right? So it's like, where am I getting those entries? When I see something cooking on the 15-minute and because I'm not saying don't look at this chart, but I'm saying The macro trend's up. You got to understand where these deviations and volatility price ranges are. And when you start getting into that, getting close to that, that's when you bounce over here. And you want to look at the low time frames, see what the volatility's telling you, the Wolfsbane's telling you, and how close you are to this first standard deviation. Like right now, if we get a drop and this thing we close a 15-minute candle below this, I'm going to be glued to the 5 and the 15-minute chart, right? Seeing, okay, what's this thing telling me? Especially the 15. The 15 will tell me, okay, are we going to go down there? Okay, yeah, we are. Then I'm going to drop to the 5. I'm going to get my entry, right? I'm going to get my entry on the 5-minute. So good stuff. Ding, ding, ding. What else can we do here? Let me think. Where is the weekly S1 now? There it is up here. 65,393. Where's the S2? 69,212. That's up there about where the let me see here real quick. Yeah, first standard deviations at 68,559, 68,559, 69,212. That's the weekly S2 up here. Just all lonely too, man. Once a data set, it's like, come to Papa, baby. Come to Papa. Let's see. So this is what I do, right? Because obviously the weekly deviation levels aren't on my chart, but I know where they're at, right? I'll go over here and I'll see, and then I'll look where the price action volatility ranges of the weekly are. So you want to find some confluence, and there's confluence right there, and that's with the the 1 SD on the weekly, right? That's not a hard move at all. Not a hard move at all. The top side of the 68.3 is what? 65,587. 68.58. Oh no. 60. What was it? Jesus. 65.5. Let's make it easy. 65.5. So look at the weekly S1. 65.4. Do you see how this is weekly 68.3% Laplace distribution range? This weekly S2 is at the first standard deviation normal distribution. They're both right in the same area. So we got a good matchup on these weekly S1 and S2 with distribution levels. That's bullish too. So are these communist California grapes. Let's see here. Let's see if we reject here to 68.3. Or does it push up again? Interesting. Oh shit, let me go to stream chat. All right. What's Mel Petros packing there? Packing deviation levels, price action volatility ranges. Let's see here. Just telling you what's going on with like the correlation, or just it's telling you here. Let me go over here. So when you get a light blue one, it's telling you the returns are above the mean and increasing. When you get a dark one, it's telling you they are above the mean, but they're decreasing. Same with bright pink, dark pink. Simple. You read this. Yeah, it's right now. It's at the 4 hour 68.3.
Let's see, what are you saying about my favorite chart? Oh, when you say, oh, you're talking about green candle, as in you use your candles as green and red. I thought you're talking about the DLP or something. They're actually, look here on the DLP, right? You got this low. Look at the little bitty DLP candles, right? These are higher lows. These are higher lows on price action. What happened down here? So what is that? It's hidden bull div. Boop, 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 boop. And now, I usually only use this reverse wave trend on high time frames, but you know, we are back up above it. But I mean, look on the 4 hour. Let it populate. I mean, now you can take reverse wave trend into effect too. I mean, look at the bounce right there we got. That's why. What was a nice strong number, and this keeps rising every 4 hour candle. Now it's almost at 59K. When we got this test over here, it was at 58. And that's why, if you guys remember, I was talking about that 58K region. Why was I talking about 58K? Because this bottom power mean was down around it, but now it's up there. These things are dead on each other. The bottom power mean on the 4 hour reverse wave trend are both in about the 59K range. Why am I talking about these numbers down or below 60K? Because these over leveraged longs are going to get wrecked. That's how you play this game, right? Happens all the time. That's why we try to teach people the way we do, how to use all this together, right? And now I see people in the chat, you know, they're talking, no, I haven't had good trades. No, I'm losing money. It's like if that's happening, stop trading. Study. There's no reason why you should be losing money right now when you trade volatility. These moves are beautiful, man. Beautiful. I mean, like yesterday, look at this perfect bounce off the 1SD right here. Powerful as hell. You know, like last night, like I told you about the trade. I saw this candle go up right here. Boom, I got in a trade when it started pulling back. So, but if you were to look at this on the 5 minute, this didn't just drop all of a sudden. You go down to a 5 minute, it gave me a chance, right? The first 5 minute candle pulled down, but then it flipped, and the next 5 minute candle went up. And that's where my limit order was. Yeah, we're probably going to get a reject. This thing's probably going to range right here, to be honest. But I was talking in the stream yesterday. Let me show you here. This is what happens. This is what happens. What was this low back here? Yeah, 54 right here. Okay. So you get these people trading traditional TA, right? They market into their positions. Why do I say that? Because about probably 95% of retail traders, that's what they do. They market into positions. That's why the algos love these knuckleheads. Bitcoin starts rising, right? They don't take their profit, right? And they're shitting their pants right here. Oh no, are we going to dump again? Is it going to come down and hit my stop loss? You see people talking like that? I mean, idiots to the core. Why in the hell are you not taking your profit? It's like, this is what happens all the time. People go up. If this thing would have dumped right here, they just watch it. They just watch it drop. Oh no, it's going to bounce here. Oh, it's going to bounce on that 50 MA. Or no, oh, now it's going to bounce on the 89 MA. Oh, and then they lose all their profit. So this is what happens. They get this nice pump. They're shitting their pants here. Then when Bitcoin starts pumping again, what do? They add on to their position. That pulls their liquidation point up right behind them, right? It goes up here again. Oh, now they're shitting their pants again. Oh no.
Oh, it's strong. Let's add on again. Let's add on again. They still haven't taken their profit. Starts pulling back. Oh, shit. We're in trouble. And they might have almost got liquidated there because they're so over leveraged. Now it goes up again. They're like, oh, shit. Okay, add on again. You're liquidated, right? Or they just let it go all the way here, waiting for the pump, and that liquidates them. It's crazy out there. Be safe, childrens. It is a crazy. La, la, la. This is what these people do, though, man. Instead of taking profit. That's what we talk about all the time. Just take your profit. I mean, and I practice what I preach. That's why I will post trades. I'll tell people what I did. I always take my profit. I don't care if this thing's going from here to $900 million. I'm going to be taking my profit the whole way up. I'm not going to let Bitcoin take my money away from me. No, sir. No, sir. I got too many NFTs to pay for. I need my profit. What time is it? 2:37. Let's take a peek at a lot of FUD going on around Cardano, right? Saying, oh man, it's reached its output level. NFTs are making it tough and blah, 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 blah. There's always going to be FUD about Cardano. Now, Cardano had a massive freaking pump, man, right? Went up to like $3 or whatever. This thing is just idling. This thing is just idling, in my opinion. 100%. At some point here, just like it did before, Cardano's going to start ripping. Then everybody will be like, oh, shit, I should have stayed in my Cardano position. Or I should have been, not that, I should have been paying attention to Cardano. I should have been looking at it. It's just idling, right? There's nothing really going on. It's primed for a move. Let's look at it on a high time frame. What's the daily look like? Yeah, I mean, there's no div anywhere. What's that telling you? I mean, this thing is just, it's like on the launch pad. It's just la 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 la, going sideways on the daily. What's the 3-day look like? Let me go to the USD pair here so I can get some more history. There's actually some hidden divergences. Right? There's some hidden bull right here. And yeah, that hidden bull hasn't even played out yet. Right? You got this low, lower low, right? Coming down right there, that big wick, and even that low, right? That low right there. So there is, it's more the first. And this point right here and here, you can see this thing creeping down. These are higher highs though. Or wait a minute. Yeah, no, that's it. Is that data set? Give me 1 second. Yeah, cancel that. Cancel that, kids. Cancel that. There isn't. But there's also no bear. Let's see here. But yeah, I mean, this is why it's going down too. I mean, you've only got the low length AVR expanding positively correlated, right? You got the 981 contracting, but it's almost all the way it is. It's almost all the way contracting. What's that? 7.4? But it's positively correlated. Then the 2400 is contracting, positively correlated. But look at the R squared, right? It's still saying to the upside, but it's random right now. We're actually flashing, right? This could be, we could be really close for, especially on the 3-day. Look what this thing's just fucking going sideways on top of these power means, right? This MA is just swooping, going flat. Yeah, it's looking to me like Cardano is going to be making a move here soon. Let's see if yep, same thing over here. Kind of sandwich. We're sandwiching between the power means right now. But these things are all positively correlated. You get volatility coming in right here. This thing is going to pump. And you're going to see the new daily. It's going to turn green. All right. Look at the Z-score down here on the 2-day. And this thing is just buried down here right at the 99% confidence interval. And no divs. Actually, from this low, yeah, there is. That's where there's hidden bull. Or no, that's bull, sorry. Yeah, there's bull div. From that low right there up to here. Right, lower lows on price action. So we'll have to take our time here and just see what happens, right? I mean, I'm not actively trading this, but obviously I hold spot. Hold a bunch of spot. So I do want it to go up. There, Bitcoin broke that 68.3, didn't it? Wolf's little green candles are coming through. The first standard deviation on the 4 hours at 62.3. 62.3. What is today? Today's Monday. That's right. My God. Would go to a weekly, but we're not going to get too much. I mean, the weekly on Cardano's flashing. Look at that. I wish we could get an entropy read. I mean, we can get the R squared read. And look, I mean, it's flat. There's just nothing happening. That's why all these weekly candles, I mean, look at these things. Last time it happened. All right, just wham, wham. Div-wise, though, what are we working here? What are we working here? I'll tell you what we're working here on the weekly on Cardano. Hidden bull div. Continuation from this move right here. All right? Show you something. That was a couple spots, actually. That's the main one. Hidden bull. Now it went sideways for a little while, but then boom, you get the continuation divergence. Just like now, that's what we're playing over here. Why did we get this pullback? Yeah, bear div, right? No bear div. That's why it wasn't too massive. And it bounced on this freaking wave trend. Reverse wave trend. Oh, and there we go again. Also, oops, I already got it. Hidden bull on DLP. Hidden bull on Z-score. Hidden bull, hidden bull, hidden bull. Strong like bull. And we're flashing on the weekly. Positively correlated, right? Positively correlated. Yeah, correlation's high, but in it doesn't really matter, right? It's all the color. It's telling you what's happening there. They're both positively correlated. I'd love to see the 2400. It's probably not flashing yet, but I wouldn't be a bit surprised if it's negatively correlated contracting, right? So where you got these two saying down, I guarantee you this 2400 would probably be saying walk up, and that's why you're seeing just this flat price action. Got to have volatility. Need some volatility. Get your hot piping volatility. Where's my water? Let's see. Well, that's something I can't teach, say Ron. I mean, you'll figure it out. You stare at the charts long enough, just like I do on the high time frames. Like I'm pointing out all these divs and stuff. Same stuff. Just like I'm pointing out, on the AVRs, the entropy, stuff like that. I'm looking at the whole chart. And that freaking Wooderson gif is cracking me up. That's what I like about them low time frames. I get older and they stay the same time. That's right. It's the best line in movie history. Except he was talking about high school girls, I believe.
Let's see here. Making myself laugh. Let's go to,
yes, that's what I want to check out. My new favorite. All right. Reynolds that I have adopted, Solana.
I like it long time. But I'm not going to get a good read on the high time frames. Let's see what's happening here on Solana. Yeah. It's more like, yeah, that's not going to be actionable intel. Let's see here. It's more that right there. Actually, it's this little crick in it for the low in the data set. What am I doing? I'm looking for div, right? Bull. Yeah, bull. You can see they play out just a little bit, right? Donk. Disease score. You can see variance coming down on the daily, positive correlated. Just like Cardano, look at Solana, right? Or that was actually, Cardano flashing on the daily? I remember. Probably. Yep. Oh, yeah. But look at the freaking, look at the R squared, right? Got to change that up real quick, which it can, right? Because right now there's a high correlation, right? And that's why that's why this is predominantly, I mean, it's been going down a little bit, but Cardano's been holding its own, just staying right in the range in between like 212 and 220. You can see on the daily, the 2400 is flashing. The low length's positively correlated. We're getting a little bit of contraction here, still negatively correlated. Contraction here, negatively correlated. So it's just holding this thing right here. If we get a bunch of volatility come in, I wouldn't be a bit surprised considering the low length, right? Shit runs uphill. Volatility runs uphill. That all these flip positively correlated. And then you start getting some green candles. That this doesn't mean it has to stay red. The DLP, right? This thing's just been going sideways. While the DLP is just starting to jump back up onto the top side. So that's interesting. But really no div, right? All right, back to Sol. Didn't check it enough. Are you, little bugger? Yeah, actually, Bitcoin's stutter stepping at that 68.3. I mean, it is barely above it by about $40-50. Yeah, I mean, Solana. Look at the squeeze right here between these MAs, these log MAs, and freaking power means. This could be a launch pad. Yeah, Solana looks a lot different than freaking Cardano. All right, Solana, drag Cardano to the moon. Yeah. Bunch of little shit coins. Let's see here. 4 hour. Jesus, man. This is what you want to see. Right? Pay attention. I mean, look at this. Look at the 2400 on Solana. This thing's been freaking really steady flashing for quite some time here. So have these. I mean, you're barely getting any expansion. Yeah, this is what you want to see for sure. When you get all three flashing like this, when volatility's crashed, wowzer. And there's really no div. I mean, there was, right, on the DLP, these higher highs, and then boom, boom, boom. But right there, it started going down. Now, I mean, right, it's just a nice steady decline. And look, it's right on the 4 hour wave trend. Returns oscillators heading up, and there is a bunch of bull div on the 4 hour on Solana. Bunches and bunches and bunches of bull div.
And it's right on top of the wave trend at 4 hours on top of the top power mean, and everything's flashing. Right? Entropy is just humming sideways. Dark red telling you that the that the correlation is decreasing between entropy and, oh, look at it, just turned bright red now. Oh, you little tricky booger. We'll have to see what happens on this new day. Let's see what these next 6 4-hour candles look like on Solana. Yeah, soul to the moon, Andy. Oh, speaking of you, buddy. Do me a favor, man. Put a freaking little note for me in our private chat about that. I'll send that to you. Because you know me, I got so much shit on my mind. That just reminded me. Oh, hi. Hi there, good wolf. You saying hi to everybody? Huh? Old grandpa? Dog's 13, runs like the wind, don't you? Yeah. Good dog. Good, now go lay down. Ow, shit. Go. Let's see the 90-minute. Don't fight over the bone, you guys. Please. Oh, yeah. Where did this start at? Oh, yeah. So even on the 90-minute, I mean, this is a lower low too, right? But look, I mean, got all higher lows on the returns oscillator. Higher low, higher low, higher low. This thing bounces right here. You get one more move in Solana, lower low. Look at the 90. 90's flashing on these. The correlation is decreasing. If you see if you see it turn green, and then we drop into entropy and we get expansion and all this fun stuff. There's a lot of bull div on Solana. It was over there on Cardano too, right? Just a little bit, not like this. Solana looks like it's ready to just launch. Variance is pretty low too. I mean, this thing's primed to turn up here and make a run. But this is what I like to see, right? But that, no, there's none on the DLP, because that low is where you got the big DLP candle. Unlike back here is the low of the Z. Yeah, right here. That was the low of the Z score. So you got bull div on the Z score too. Not, I mean, technically, yeah, you do on the DLP back here. It's not as sloped as this, but it is there. Is it 253? What else? You know what? Let's go over to, first let me get on a weekly. Let me go to, when everybody's like, oh, stock market's gonna dump. I'm like, no, it's not. No, it's not. Babe, everybody relax. We're not gonna let this thing dump, man. Yep, there we go. Bunch of hidden bull. That's what this continuation. Could it be just a continuation from this little pullback? I don't know. You haven't seen, but I think you're gonna see spying all-time highs again. Look what's happening right here. Okay, you know, we get the run up right here. Look, it was in trend forever. When you're getting that run from like fucking what, 330 to 450. Now the entropy's starting to drop again. The R squared's starting to increase. Expansion on the 24. Yep, a little bit of expansion on the 2400, positively correlated. Expansion on the 981, positively correlated. Expansion on the 636, positively correlated. I'm telling you, man, this thing's gonna freaking probably take off again. And look at this artificially pumped shitter. Holy shit. What was this back here? Freaking
Holy crap. That's 2009, right? That was the 2008 fucking boom boom right there. Look at it ever since. What was this? COVID or the scamdemic dump? Yep. Look at that Wolfsbane. Boy, that's pretty. Looks like a Grateful Dead freaking looks like Shakedown Street after a bag of cookies. Let's see here. Is there anything else I wanted to look at? Holy shit. I should call Tom at Tasty Trade. Because even those guys, they don't understand what we're doing here. They just look at implied volatility a lot. That's pretty much all they're looking at. Implied volatility, and they use a few other metrics, but look at Tesla. Look at fucking Tesla. All right. Then just all three AVRs flashing. Look at the entropy. Starting to drop in the trend. Look for Tesla. Let me see here. Let's. Where you at, little Tesla? Okay, let's check out Tesla. Jesus Christ. Hello, Tesla. Just got a new week, huh? Let's see here. Okay, so from what I'm seeing there, what time frame was that? Yeah, the weekly. Holy Jesus, this is on the weekly too. I mean, fucking A. Where is the new weekly range? Was it tested already? What the hell's going on here? Yeah, there's a start of it. Ooh, shit. That's concerning though. Here's the top of Tesla's weekly range at 833. Is there? Huh. Let's go to a lower time frame here. Let's see if there's some bear div on the daily. Or is there even... Yeah, I mean, there's some on the weekly, to be honest. But you're having an outlier, too. Positively correlated daily. No. No, you're not. God, look at that Z-score. Look at all this. Turns up telling you go for it. God, man, look at Tesla's AVRs. Holy shit. Look at the entropy. Wow. I don't know, man. It would be hilarious to open up one of these days and see Tesla wick down here to like 835 and then just rip right back up. I mean, that weekly range definitely has not been tested. You always want to look out for that. We'll see what happens, though. We'll see what happens. But what is it, Monday? I mean, we got, let's see what happens through Wednesday. See if Tesla maybe comes down and tests that. I mean, it's really not that far, actually. But yeah, all right, you guys. Let's see who we got in here. We got all kinds of fun people. I will be back tomorrow, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. The mountains are covered with snow. We got days of storms moving in. It's a beautiful thing. Yeah. Hopefully everybody got a little something out of the stream today. But as far as Bitcoin goes, pay attention. Pay attention. No, obviously you can scalp. If you're counter trend scalping, take your profit quick. That's all I got to say. Take your profit quick. The reason why I sat in that short while I was sleeping was because it was a no-brainer. The weekly range was going to be tested. So I took my profit right there. What you doing, big dog? Come here. Not you. Come here. Let's say hi to everybody, you big wolf. Get over here. Here's my big baby boy. Yeah. Oh, hi. Okay. All right, guys. I'll see you tomorrow, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Everybody stay safe. the